Okay, it's some big ones this time. We're finished. Well, we're doing a bit more with the arm. It's not going to be finished. That's actually going to be coming with pack 9. But we are making a hand. So, and yes, it's one of my bad puns coming up. Let's lend this Megazord a hand. Ugh, I really shouldn't do these. Let's get on with the build. Okay, I think this is going to be a complicated one here. Because we have a lot of pieces all over the place here. Now I'm trying to find, I think it's this piece and this piece is going to be the first stage. And it's very complicated. We have to put that bit on that bit and squeeze it together. And that will be the thumb. So thumbs up, good job. And that's the easy pass over. So looking at these instructions, we need this piece. Should be that way around. We want, is it this? No. I'm trying to find which, oh, is it this piece? Or this piece? Really, this piece, this piece. So this is going to come in here. This is then going to, is it this piece? No, not this piece. It's a piece that needs a curve on it. So it's not these. I thought it was this, but that shows a, oh, okay, bit of, no, it's got to be a different piece. Here. So you're looking for the piece, it's in this corner here, it's got a round bit there, which I'm guessing is what's going to hold the thumb in place, as it then comes down like so. Alright, that needs to just be pushed in, that's then going to hold that in place. And there should be screws in here. So, oh yes, we've got quite a few screws. Oh yeah, and the beauty is, I think they're all the same, which is kind of a relief. So let's put them all in there. One of them will be left over, so I want 2 for now. Oh, perfect. So, one small thing, you know, this hand is taking more screws than a lot of the other pieces. So, come on, let's get that in. Come on, get in there. Of course, they couldn't have given us silver screws while working with black plastic, you know. No, they had to be black screws and black plastic. So thank you very much for that. So how's that do for... Yeah, that makes it a little bit more... Now hoping I've got it the right way around. Yeah, looks like it's the right way around. That's probably... It does appear there is a slight line there. I don't know if it's meant to be like that. Let's make sure this is actually tight. Yeah, that is tight. So next I want this, so I need to cut off using the Warhammer clippers. See, these have come in quite handy for doing gunpla as well. The only downside is gunpla is everything is clips, And it just didn't really feel like it made a good video. I don't know, I can always try another one sometime. I've done a few now, I've done 3 Gunpla. So, I don't know, maybe I'm getting better at it. It's hard to tell. Right, so, we want this, which, despite how it looks in that picture, is not at an angle. That then has rubber put around it, which then has these put either side. So can I not just put this straight into here? Yeah, if I just put the rubber straight into here, that might make it a little bit easier. Well, that actually fits quite nicely. So it doesn't seem to matter what way around that is. So we put that there, put this over the top, and then we want 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. And we want to put them in this side. Okay. Whee! So, has anyone actually got hold of the reignition Megazord yet? Because that is actually one of the, from what I've seen and heard, that is currently one of the biggest Megazords of the original, like versions of the original Megazords. Obviously it's not as big as this one, but at the same time it's also a hell of a lot cheaper than this one. It works out about £100 for this new reignition Megazord. And there we go, that's ouch. Alright, so that is then going to come in here. Push that in. And then that piece I had in the first place will then come over the top and go, I think, over these pieces. Does it slide on or not? Ah, I think I had it the wrong way round. What picture am I looking at? That bit. So, oh no, it goes, so it doesn't actually slide on, it stays out. And that's going to be another 3 screws. There goes the noisy neighbour, if you heard that. Sometimes it's funny what gets picked up by the microphone and what doesn't. If it didn't get picked up, it's some guy with a very noisy motorbike. Which is all well and good, except for when he sits out there just revving it occasionally, and it's like, for God's sake, mate, just get a life. Yes, motorbikes are lovely, but, you know, trying to watch TV, trying to record YouTube, you know, time and a place. Alright, there we go. So, still not sure which part's supposed to be which. I guess the fingers are going to come up that way, I think. I'd say at this stage. Right, so next I need to figure out which of these fingers is which. We've got 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now, are any of these... Well, that says 4, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, which 1 and 2. Seems to be facing a different way on the instructions. They seem to be facing that way. But we got 2 1 2 1. Okay, so this one should go. This is weird. Why is it? Because that says 2 and this is a 2. Something's really weird here.
A few moments later.
I mean, 1 has the peg, 2 doesn't, 3 doesn't, 4 does. So they're right, but they're wrong. Unless I figure it out by the time I finish this, I don't know. So that's a 1, which is going to go on the 1. Okay. And then 3 is getting a 1. So again, that's... This is so weird. Wait, what? Notice the fingers of the left hand have a position number on the inner part. Separate the 4 finger covers, 1 and 2 from their sprue. Place 2 type 1 covers on... Yes, but a type 1... won't go onto finger 2. So that's very strange that it would say that. I'm now hoping I haven't got the wrong parts. Oh boy. So all this seems to go together nicely. Give it a good old squeeze. Alright, so that seems to be... Jeez, look at the size of that. Okay, so without facing that way, this is going to come in here. Then take this piece, which is going to clamp it all off. So everything's going to squeeze together nicely. Come on. No. What are you doing? What are you doing there? There's a piece that doesn't seem to be lining up properly. Right, what are you doing? Okay, and we've got screws going in there and there, so maybe that's going to pull it all together. So this one's going to come in here. Yeah, there we go, that's pulling it tight. That's what I was worried about. Yeah. And then the other one is going to come in there and that's going to close that seam. So let's make sure these are nice and tight. These fingers can move on their own to a certain extent. So that's as much as they can move from there to there. But you can do it one finger at a time. So I guess if you found a gun that was big enough for him, he'd be able to hold it. And the thumb wiggles around nicely. And of course the final part is putting the cover on. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Oh, is that slightly... I think that's very slightly metallic, black. I can see a sort of grain in it. That looks very nice. So we don't have the blasters, which actually you wouldn't be able to hold the blasters. We don't have the power sword yet. However, we do have the Mastodon heads as I drop it. So that will hold on to that very nicely. Wow. My shield. So yeah, I'd have to say for this video, I'll give it a thumbs up. Let's get on to 74. Okay, so we've got, okay. We've got, that's its own plastic bag. Oh, that's heavy. And again, that's a nice metal piece, which from the looks of it is the first piece we're actually attaching. So if I bring this round, so let me fold this in for the moment. Because that does just help keep that out of the way. So, no, this side. So it's going in this side, and I'm guessing it's going to sit with this piece here that sticks out coming into this piece here, and that just holds it in place while I try and find a screw. So we've got a bit of foot, a couple of pieces of leg, got rubber bits, hinges, pieces, more foot, screws. Okay, so after a quick check, the KB screw is the one that you only get 2 of, which means you only need 1 of. So, comes here, and that gets screwed in the centre hole. I must say, some of these pieces, it's amazing that they're held on by as little as they are. Okay, and with that attached, I then want, right, so I want this. I need to chop off these. Might as well do both of them. So, I want to take this, I want to take one of these, but how do I know which one? On the left side of the right hind leg, so that would be this one, and that will go in here. Which way round? Does it go this way or that way?
A few moments later.
So on the opposite side, put a this. Oh, there's 2. I thought there was 1 there. So that's that. And then I want, so once I fit this in here, that is quite fiddly. Where's my... Alright, hopefully this will help. Yes, there we go. That should now squeeze in. So, turn this around. Yeah, so those bumps should correspond with that. So the bumps should be sticking out because they will correspond with the bits here, and I guess just sort of help it lock into place. So then I want the metal rods, which is then going to go through.
A few moments later.
Hold on. That is round, this is square. I think. Right, okay, so if I put this back in here, put this back on this side. Right, if you look at this, one side has bits cut out. That's the side you want to put through, because that is the side that is going to fit into here, so that then this can then screw in. That's the way you do it. Although I guess I still need to screw a bit more. Yes, I can see where it's loose. Okay, but that for now needs to be rotated round. The fist will then come in, sliding in there, which then bring this out like this. I'll check that it works, I guess. Yeah, seems to work. Okay, so now I want to take the other half of the leg and before I do anything else, that needs to come into here. Right, so I need to put the rubber bit in here, or silicone wash in there. And then squeeze the, oh, hold on. Yep, I thought so. Red piece. If I spin this round a little bit, yep. Red piece will slide in here. So if you can see it just there, as you squeeze all of this together. Oh, two more of these screws. Okay, so start on the PWB screws now. So two of these, which will go in here. And another one. Oh, it's getting really awkward trying to see these things. I'm amazed we've done a whole arm in one sort of go. Obviously I'm missing this piece that'll finish this bit off, but when I say a whole arm in one go, I sort of mean, well, this is going here. This will be the connectors for the cannons. Right, shift that over. At least it'll be able to stand on its own for the next month while I wait for the next pack of pieces. That's going there. And that goes there.
A few moments later.
Alright, I've just noticed something. It would seem at some point I let a piece fall off and I didn't put it back. Okay, so putting this back together again. This time I have put that plastic bit on. So that's on there, as you can just about make out. Okay, that's pushed in there. Now put the foot on. And like I said, need 2 screws here. And then this piece just comes in beneath. This bit comes on here, although that's a bit pointless at the moment because we don't have the other side. But it does mean that I kind of have a complete leg. So if I bring this out, fold this over, that kind of gives you an idea of how it's going to be. And also it can support itself. So we've just got this side left to finish out of it, and that'll be one whole Megazord arm done. But hey, at least now we have a 3-legged Mastodon. And I'll see you guys next video.